You have reached Wrestling's Total Review. I'm your man, Steele, and today I have a very special review that I finally have them completed, and that's from Transformer Age of the Primes Superion. Transformers Age of the Primes Aerialbot Superion. Superion is a Generation 1 inspired figure that converts through his combiner mode in 80 steps. His accessories include his blaster and instructions. Superion stands 13 inches tall and he is meant for fans ages 8 and up. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert Silverbolt and his battle station into parts that form Superion. The first step of that transformation, with his battle station, we'll put this off to the side. This is step number 2. We'll take Silverbolt now. You have his wings right there and right there. On the back of his wings, you have a hinge strut right there and right there. You want to take these wings and flip them back just like that. Do that to the other side of that wing and flip it back just like that. This is step number 3. You have Silverbolt's head right here. You want to take his head and flip it all the way around just like that. This is step number 4. You have his chest piece right here, but on this chest piece you have a hinge joint right there. You want to take this chest piece, you want to bring it down just like that. This is step number 5. Inside of his chest piece you have Superion's head. You have a hinge joint right there. Then once you take the head now, you want to go and flip it out just like that. So step number 6. You have Silverbolt's head now. You have a hinge joint right down there. You want to take this head now and push it down just like that. This is step number 7. You have Silverbolt's fist right there and right there. You have a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take the fist now and flip it right into the forearm just like that. Do that to your side to that fist and flip it right into the forearm just like that. So step number 8. You have that forearm right to that elbow. You want to take that forearm and bend it up just like that. Do that to your side to that arm piece at that forearm. Or bring it back just like that. This is step number 9. Inside the shoulder joints here, you have a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take these shoulder joints, you want to push them into the chest just like that. Do that to your side of that shoulder piece and push it all the way into the chest just like that. So step number 10, do that chest piece now. You want to go ahead and close it up just like this. Make sure just everything tabs right into place just like that. So step number 11, with Silverbolt's legs now, and right at the thigh here, you have a swivel joint right there and right there. You want to take the leg piece, you want to turn it so the heel is facing out just like that. Do that to your side to that leg piece, and make sure the heel piece is facing out just like that. So step number 12, right at the knees right here, you have a double joint hinge joint right there. We're going to take the leg now, and bend it right at the knee just like that. Do that to your side to that leg, and bend it right at the knee just like that. So step number 13, get this heel piece right there. Get a hinge joint right there. Go to that heel and flip it right into the foot just like that. Do that to your side to that heel and flip it right into the foot just like that. So step number 14, get this foot right here. Get a hinge joint right there. You want to take that foot now. You want to go and flip it down just like that. Do that to your side to that foot now and flip it into the leg just like that. So step number 15, right at the hip right here, you have a hinge joint right there and right there. Want to bring this leg all the way up just like that. Do that to the other side, bring that leg all the way up just like that. So step number 16, and this is a little tricky. You get that hinge joint right there. What you want to do is you want to take this tab right here, you want to make sure it goes into that porthole, and you want to bring everything together. And I'm going to go ahead and slide that hinge joint into place just like that. Do that to the other side. We'll go ahead and bring that hinge joint in. Make sure that tab goes right into the leg and bring everything into place. And you got tab and portholes right here. Push it all together just like that. This is step number 17. You have Superion's head right here. You want to go and turn that all the way around just like that. This is step number 18. You want to turn them all the way around. Get those wing pieces you flipped in earlier. You want to go and flip them back out and tab them in place just like that. And just like that. Step number 19, you want to take this cockpit right here, untab it, and kind of bring it up just like that. Then step number 20, you have that tailpiece now. You want to do the same thing, kind of bring it up and over just like that. Step number 21, you want to go and bring back the battle station. Tell this battle station you have this cannon right here. You want to take that cannon and you want to go and remove it. You want to put this off to the side. Step number 22, that rear thruster piece right here. You want to go and remove that and put this off to the side also. Step number 23, you have this piece right there and right there. You want to take these pieces and you want to go and separate them just like that and just like that. And you also want to put these two pieces off to the side. So step number 24, you have this piece right there and right there. We're going to separate these two pieces just like that. This is step number 25. Inside these two pieces, you have this tab right there and you have a hinge joint right there. You also have a porthole and a tab. You want to swing that in and tab that right into place just like that. Do that to your side. Take this piece, swing it in, and tab it into place just like that. So step number 26, you want to take this piece, you want to swing it over. You have this piece on the inside right here. We're going to flip this piece out just like that. Do that to your side. Take this piece and flip it out just like that. So step number 27, inside this top piece right here, you have this black piece and you have a hinge joint right there. You want to take that piece, flip that up just like that. Do that to your side. You want to take that piece and flip it out just like that. Then for step number 28, you have this little tab right here. You want to take this tab and we'll push it in just like that. Do that to your side, that tab, and push it in just like that. So step number 29, we're going to flip this piece over. Now on the other side here, you have this black piece right here. You have the hinge joint right there. You want to take this piece and flip it down. You want to go and tab it right into place just like that. Go and do it to the other side. Take this piece, flip it out, and tab it into place just like that. Step number 30. We're going to grab the two side pieces you removed earlier on. But on these side pieces, you have a fist right there. You have a hinge joint right there. Go into that fist. We're going to flip it out just like that. Do that to your side. Take the side piece, that fist right there. You get the hinge joint right there. Go and flip that fist out just like that. So step number 31. On the side of these arm pieces here, you have a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take these pieces, bend them in just like that. Do that to your side. Bring that piece in just like that. Do that to the other side. Take this piece now, right at these hinge joints. We're going to bend it in just like that. Do that to your side, bend it in just like that. So step number 32, near the hinge joint right there and right there. You want to straighten out these pieces just like that and just like that. Do that to the other side. Going with the hinge joint, straighten that out just like that and just like that. Step number 33, you want to go and grab Silverbolt's rear thruster piece right here. Get a hinge joint right there. Went to this panel right here, and you want to flip it up just like that. So step number 34, you have this other weight panel right here, and you have a hinge joint right there. You want to also flip that up just like that. So step number 35, you have these thigh pieces right there and right there. You have a ratchet joint right there, right there. You want to bring that piece down just like that. Do that to your side, bring that piece down just like that. So step number 36, you have this huge white panel up here. You got a hinge joint right here. I want to bring that entire panel and bring it down just like that. So step number 37, we're going to grab Superion's torso right here. Bottom of this torso, you have two portholes right there and right there. Bottom of this waist piece, you have a tab right there and right there. You want to take this torso piece, and you want to go and tab it right into place just like that. So step number 38, get that little white panel right here, that hinge joint. You want to go ahead and push that in just like that. So step number 39, you got that tail piece now. You want to take that tail piece and bring it in just like that. So step number 40, you got that cockpit, you got a couple tabs right there, a couple portholes. You want to go ahead and bring that in just like that. So step number 41, you got these wing pieces right there and right there, and you have a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to bring that wing piece back just like that, and just like that. So step number 42, you have this big white panel right here. A couple large tabs right there and right there, and a couple portholes right there and right there. You want to this panel, you want to go ahead and close it up just like that. Step number 43. Next, we're going to grab Superion's leg pieces right here. You have these black tabs right there and right there. On the back of Superion's thighs right here, you have these little clips right there and right there. You want to take each one of his legs, you want to slide him into the back of the thigh just like that, and just like that. So they should be nice and secure. And you tab right into place just like that. Step number 44, next you want to go and grab Superion's arms right there and right there. And you have these little black clips right here. And they slide right over the what used to be Silverbolt's foot, just like that, and just like that. And now you have Superion in its full exoskeleton mode. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert air raid into Superion's right leg. Now first of that transformation, you have these tail fins right there and right there. Want to take these tail fins and turn them all the way around just like that. Do that tail side, take that tail fin and turn it all the way around just like that. So step number 2, you have these bottom tail fins right there and right there. You have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take the tail fin now, flip it up just like that. Do that tail side, take that tail fin and flip it up just like that. So step number 3, you have this whole front piece right here, and you have a hinge nut right there. With this whole front piece, I'm going to flip it up just like that. So step number 4, I want to bring this front piece down, but you got some portholes right there, and you got a couple tabs right there. You got a double loaded hinge joint too, so bring it right down and tab it in place just like that. So step number 5, you have this nose cone right here. You have a hinge joint right there. You want to bring that nose cone all the way up just like that. Then step number 6, you have that hinge joint right there. You want to bend the nose cone in, and you want to bring it down just like that. So step number 7, you have these wing pieces right there and right there. You have a hinge joint right there and right there. And you have a tab and porthole. Or bring that wing up and tab it right into place just like that. Do that to the other side, bring it up just like that. You also want to bring this headpiece in and flip it into place just like that. So step number 8, you have this landing gear right here. Once you that landing gear, you want to push it down just like that. Step number 9, you want to go and grab Superion. You got his exoskeleton leg piece right here. On the outside of his leg piece, he has some tabs right there, right there, right there, and right there. You want to go grab air raid, you have portholes right there, right there, right there, and right there. You want to take this, you want to go and tab in air raid so he lines up perfectly with all these tabs and portholes. And you want to make sure you push them all the way in, because what happens is he triggers these panels in the exoskeleton and kind of closes up the leg. As you can see, the other side's still open because I don't have the other aerial bot in yet. But when you push them in, those panels close up. So now you have air raid as his full right leg. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert Slingshot into Superion's left arm. The first of that transformation, you have Slingshot here, you have his tail fin. You have the hinge nut right there, you want to take that tail fin and slide to the side just like that. So step number 2, you want to take his wings right there and right there. You have a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to flip his wings up just like that and just like that. Step number 3, you want to go and grab Superion now. You want to grab his exoskeleton arm and pull it off just like that. Step number 4, now you want to take the exoskeleton arm. You got a hinge nut right there and right there. You want to do this arm piece and bend it just like that and just like that. So step number 5, you have the hinge nut right there and right there. You want to take this piece with these tabs right here, you have these portholes right here, that forearm, put it right into place just like that. Look at this top arm piece now. You have that tab right there, you got that porthole right there. You want to close it up just like that. So step number 6, on the side of the exoskeleton arm, you have all these tabs right here. Next, you want to go and grab Slingshot, because inside of Slingshot right here, you have all these portholes. You want to make sure all these tabs and all these portholes all line up perfectly. We're going to push them together just like that. So step number 7, with that hinge joint right there and right there, you want to go ahead and separate Slingshot just like that. Then step number 8, again with this hinge right there and right there, the tabs right there and portholes right there, you want to bring his forearm in just like that. The top shoulder piece, you want to bring it in just like that. Step number 9, you want to go and grab that arm piece now. You want to slide it right over the shoulder, just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert Fireflight into Superion's right arm. The first of that transformation, you have this top tail fin right there. Below that fin, you got a hinge joint. You take that fin, you want to push it down just like that. Step number 2, you have Fireflight's wings right there and right there. You have a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take these wings and fold them up just like that. Do that to the side of the other wing and fold it up just like that. Step number 3, you need to bring back Superion because you need to remove his right exoskeleton arm. You do that by pulling it up from the clip just like that. Step number 4, now you want to take Superion's right exoskeleton arm. Get a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take the arm piece on the bottom here and bend it at that first hinge joint just like that. You want to take that top piece, you want to bend it to the other hinge joint just like that. So step number 5, get a bottom hinge joint right there and right there. You have a couple tabs right there and right there. You have a porthole right there and right there. We'll take that bottom piece now, swing it up, and tab it in place just like that. We'll do that same thing with the top piece with that hinge joint right there. Get that tab in that porthole. We'll bring that piece down and tab that in place just like that. So step number 6, you have various tabs now, right here and right here, right here and right here, right here, right here, and most importantly, the black tab right in the middle. Because on the bottom of Fireflight, you have various portholes, all right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. And this slot right here is very important because that black tab needs to go in the slot because it causes a separation with these two pieces. So now you take the arm piece, you tab the Fireflight right into those pieces just like that, and if you get it right, it causes that separation. So step number 7, with this hinge joint right here and right here, you want to cause that separation now. You want to open it up just like that. So step number 8, you want to take this hinge joint, and you want to swing it up, and you want to go ahead and tab this piece right into the arm, just like that. You want to do the same thing with the top piece here. You want to swing that up, and tab that into place, just like that. Step number 9, you want to take the arm now, and slide it right back into the shoulder, just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert Skydive into Superion's left leg. The first step of that transformation, you have this blue fin on the back here. I want to take this blue fin and rotate it all the way around, just like that. So step number 2, you have these tail fins right there and right there. You have a hinge joint right there and right there. I want to take this tail fin, I want to flip it up just like that. Do that to the other side to the other tail fin and flip it up just like that. So step number 3, you have this front piece right here and you have this hinge joint right there. With this whole front piece, you want to untab it and bring it all the way up just like that. So step number 4, a couple tabs right there and right there. You have a couple portholes right there and right there. You have a hinge joint right there. You want to bend it right at the hinge joint. You want to take those tabs and tab them right into place just like that. So step number 5, you have this nose cone right here. You have another hinge joint right there. You want to take this nose cone and flip it all the way up just like that. Then step number 6, you have another hinge joint right there. You want to take that nose cone, bend it right at the hinge joint just like that. So step number 7, you want to take Air Raid's head right here, and you want to flip it up just like that. You also have his wings right there and right there. You have a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to take these wings and flip it up just like that. Do that to your side. You want to flip it up just like that. And at the same time, these wings have portholes and there's a tab right there. You want to go ahead and tab both those wings right into place just like that. And it might take a little finagling. It'll go right into place. So step number 8, you want to turn Air Raid all the way around. You got that landing gear right there. Then you take that landing gear and put it down just like that. Step number 9, on the back of Superion's legs, you have a couple tabs right there and right there. A couple pegs right there and right there. You want to go and grab Skydive. On the front Skydive, you have a couple portholes right there and right there. And a couple slot holes right there and right there. You want to take these pieces, you want to make sure everything lines up perfectly and tabs right into place. And at the same time, you're pushing that trigger in so the front compartments close up just like that. And now you have Superion in this full combiner mode. Now that's Superion on my display table. So I want to go over some of his plate features and accessories. First by talking about his blaster. Well, in order to get his blaster, you need to get the cannon from the rocket booster in its base mode. You also have to grab Silverbolt's blaster. On the front of this cannon, you have this porthole right here, which is actually a 5mm porthole. On the back of Silverbolt's blaster, you have a 5mm peg. You want to take that blaster and plug it right into that barrel, just like that. You want to go ahead and flip over the cannon. Get this peg right there. You want to pry this peg down, and it reveals a handle. The handles here are actually a 5mm peg. Each one of his fists has a 5mm porthole. You take that blaster and you plug it right into Superion's fist, just like that. And now you have Superion armed with his blaster. But if you're a big fan of the Generation 1 cartoon series, you know that Superion did not have a blaster. He actually had a cannon. So you want to go take the blaster, and you actually take this blaster and convert it into that cannon. The handle of the blaster here, you got a hinge joint right here. You push the handle right into the cannon just like that. Get that hinge joint here, you want to bend this top part up. Only because At the bottom of the cannon, you have a square porthole. On the form, you have a square peg. You take that cannon, you plug it right in the form just like that, and now you have Superion armed with this cannon. And the reason why this hinge joint is very important for is when you bend the arm, you got that stock piece that kind of goes up. So it's very, 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 very articulate, very, very nicely done. And I have to stand corrected. I made a mistake earlier on, and I mentioned when I was combining the Aerialbots from Superion, I had Skydive as the left leg and Air Raid as the right leg, and I had to flip them over because when I looked at animated models from Superion from the cartoon series, this is how they had them. They had Skydive as the right leg, Air Raid as the left leg, you had Slingshot as the left arm, and Firefly as the right arm. And a lot of the stock footage for the Generation 1 toy had it the same way, so I went ahead and I changed everything off camera. So it's more parallel to what you saw in the Generation 1 cartoon series because, like I've mentioned many times in the past, a lot of us collectors are Generation 1 fans that kind of want to stay authentic to what we saw or knew as what the characters were in the cartoon series and in the toy catalogs. And this is how they had him displayed. And this Superion is fantastic. I mean, he's so close to what you got from the Generation cartoon series. And I know I gave this guy a hard time when I was reviewing him. But I mean, I can see why they made the choices they did, because just to pull off such a fantastic combiner mode is just blows me away. The one gripe I did have was the separation of the arm pieces, but I'm cool with that. And the only bad thing is the Japanese continuity had a gimmick for their combiners where all the limbs could be interchangeable, where the arms could become the legs and legs could become the arms, and they used that as a source of power. And unfortunately, you can't really do that with the Age of the Primes, even the Legacy Menasor, because they're pretty much fixed. I mean, I think there is a way to attach the Combiner Wars figures to the limbs here, because they do have the same type of technology that kind of has them clip into each other. And I'm not really going to do that with this figure because this review is going to be long, because I have a lot of figures that I'm going to be bringing in and doing some comparisons. And the first comparison I want to bring in is the Generation 1 version of Superion. And this is the one that started it all. And this is the first one that utilized the 5 robot combination gimmick, at least in the Generation 1 cartoon continuity. Because Superion was the first, because Devastator is the first combiner, but he was a 6-figure combination, and so was Raiden, which Raiden was never released in the United States. But as you can see, this is Superion, and I had a gripe with Superion because he was very skinny and very tall compared to the other combiners, and the combiners are very off-scale, which they kind of made a very good choice in making the consistency and the scaling with all the combiners in the Generations toy line. But this is Generation 1, and this is Age of the Primes, and you can see 40 years of advancements, trial and error, and improvements, and we get a cartoon-accurate Superion. I'm going to go ahead and take my Generation 1 Superion and put them off to the side, because I want to bring in the Combiner Wars version of Superion now. And this figure is fantastic too, because it combined the best of both worlds. You have the combination of the animated model from Generation cartoon series and a lot of elements of the toys. And I think what they did is they based this design more on an IDW comic book. I'm not very versed on that, but that's the research I've gathered so far. But this is the Combiner Superion. And the one thing is, I did have him combined as he appeared in the Generation cartoon series, because he was my definitive Superion up until this one coming out. And I had the jets facing back, and I had the front of the legs right here as parts of the robot, much like the Generation 1 toy. And the bad thing about that is it just didn't work, and I went ahead and I went back and I combined them according to what the instructions wanted you to combine them as, and this is what you get. And it's very different, but he is what he is. It's a good figure, lots of points of articulation, and it's the first attempt of bringing out the combiners since Generation 1. But I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the points of articulation, because I mean, you have the thigh swivel, you have the ratcheting joints for the knees, you have the elbow, you have the swivel right there, you have the shoulder, goes up and down, and you have the head. Lots of points of articulation. And I'm just so happy to have this figure. It's just so beautifully done front and back. But let me go ahead and bring in his arch rival Menasor. And you guys can see the two side by side. And they scaled nicely because they're both about 13 inches tall. Very, very cool. I'm just so happy to finally have Menasor Superion. And I know Bruticus is just on the horizon right now. And I have my Studio Series Devastator too. Which, Devastator is a little bit bigger. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I squeeze all three guys in frame. Because, I mean, this is just fantastic. This is the three combiners that are out so far. I mean, Vortex is out right now, but I can't wait to have Bruticus, then the Protectobots Defensor. That's going to be really, really cool. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Seal's House Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.